Hello everyone, welcome to another video by Love, Light, and Lunacy. My name is Erica. For those of you that don't know me, welcome. This video is going to be a little bit of a longer video as it is still a brief, but I'm going to give a little overview of the 12 universal laws. What are those, right? So I know a lot of people have heard of the law of attraction. A lot of people understand that it's a real life universal law that applies to everything and everyone, and some people still don't know of it, or if they do, there's still a lot of disbelief, I guess, in that that's the way that the world works, because so many people will try what they think they found are the instructions to utilize the law of attraction, and then when things aren't going their way, or bad stuff just keeps coming, then they think, oh well, obviously this is bullshit, right? And then you just kind of stop putting any conscious effort, which isn't true. It's just that there are other universal laws that, if aren't kind of taken into account at least a little bit, you won't kind of be in the right vibration in order to take control of your manifesting, because everyone talks about manifesting like it's some sort of thing that only spiritual people or people that are trying to get ahead are trying to do, that everyone's manifesting. Well, no, we're all manifesting all of the time, no matter what we think or do or what. We're always creating our reality. That's the expansive universe that we live in. God, source, whatever, that quantum energy, it's the center of the universe. It likes to grow and expand in high positive love-filled vibrations, which is why I call it love energy. But so there's 12 universal laws, and the first one is quite literally the most important, and then the other 12 are kind of broken down into that, to which one of those 12 is the law of attraction. And the first law, if you can fully comprehend the first law, then the other 12 are a cakewalk. You'll understand and be at that level of awareness. If you're hung up on the first one, the other 12 are going to be kind of like, what? You know what I mean? It's not probably going to make as much sense. So I'm hoping once I give you guys an overview, you kind of have a way better understanding of how our actual universe works, so you can take control of your life right now. Quite literally start being the controller, the creator of your own life, manifesting the life the way you want it to be, instead of just being the receiver of whatever shit comes to you, kind of thing. So the first law is the law of divine oneness. So essentially just everything is connected. When people used to consider only the 7 spiritual laws, I guess this would be the same as the law of mentalism, but it's the law of divine oneness. So everything is connected. We are spiritual beings, all of us, having a human experience, all connected to one infinite and timeless source of energy, which some people refer to as God or whatever, right? That's why I say source, because it is the source, it's love. We're all connected to it. So that's the law of divine oneness. And so yeah, once you kind of can comprehend that you're a spiritual being, your soul, your essence, your higher self, that's, the spirit, not everybody, but most people do kind of agree that you obviously have something else in there, right? Where's everything coming from? That's your spirit, your soul essence, which is infinite and spirit. It's energy. It's ethereal is the word I was looking for. And we're just here in this earthly carnation having a human experience. So if we can understand that, and that we're connected to everything, bam, the other 11 laws are going to be like, oh yeah, that makes so much sense. So what are these magical laws of the universe? These laws are based on metaphysical, philosophical, and quantum physics principles that have been in function since the beginning of time. And they were often understood only by mystics and sages in the past, but they're now being proven by science. And slowly humanity is awakening to its awareness of being deliberate creators through thought and emotion. Understanding that the 12 universal laws work alongside all the other laws in the universe since the Big Bang, and perhaps even before, when the universe was simply thought and singularity. Everything in the universe, when broken down to the smallest particles, is made of energy, including us. Everything is a sea of electrons vibrating in circular patterns and different frequencies. Since energy moves in circular patterns, it's easy to understand that what we send out vibrationally is what will come back to us at a certain point in time. It might be immediate or delayed, depending on the focus and intensity that you put into thoughts. A significant factor is also how much emotion and verbal or behavioral action you attach to that thought as well. When you attach emotions to the thoughts you have, you're multiplying the energy sent to the universe. And therefore, you're bringing the things that you're focusing on into the physical much quicker. You're responsible for your life. You have a free will that lets you choose your focus on positive or negative thoughts. And more importantly, you have an emotional guidance system that lets you know what you're thinking and therefore vibrating every time you feel joy, pleasure, desire, enthusiasm, or passion. Your emotions tell you that you are aligned with your wishes and are attracting positive-like things into your physical experience. In the same way, whatever you're feeling, despair, depression, anger, lack, jealousy, your emotions are telling you that you are misaligned vibrationally with the things that you want, and you're going in the opposite direction, attracting with this vibration unwanted things. Emotions are your most wonderful and sophisticated tool for guiding and understanding your life from moment to moment. The laws of the universe provide guidelines for attitudes and behaviors that transform and optimize your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual body. So, what are the 12 universal laws? 1. The law of divine oneness. The word namaste people use, in its literal translation, is I bow to you. Namaste is a salutation that emphasizes the understanding that we are all made from the same divine oneness. In other words, all things are connected, and we are all one. It's a way of acknowledging and recognizing the connection that we all share. The law of divine oneness states that all life, all energy comes from one source. We are all energy connected throughout ourselves and affecting each other at every moment. Everything we do, say, think, and believe affects us and the collective consciousness of all of humanity, as well as the evolution of the universe. Learn how to see and realize that everything connects to everything else. Leonardo da Vinci. This law teaches us service for the higher good. It puts unconditional love and contribution to others as the ultimate self-actualization and fulfillment that can bring true and lasting happiness. When we fulfill our needs and come in contact with our higher self, we discover our passions. And we want to help and contribute to others with this exact sort of passion, regardless of where they are or what they are. From teaching spiritual knowledge to writing, playing music. The macro universe is a living organism that continually receives and gives energy in creating a material reality. When we decide to contribute to it positively, we find ourselves showered with blessings and support for creating this grander vision of life. Synchronicities will flow, and the right people and events will come and help you move ahead with your dreams, with whatever brings you joy. Because the purpose of all of this is to experience happiness, to live from your heart, and to contribute through your passion. The bigger non-physical system brings you opportunities for happiness and self-actualization. And you, in return, help it become unified, powerful, and evolve it with new and improved conditions in the physical plane. That is the essence of the law of divine oneness. So the second law, the law of vibration. Everything is energy, and that is all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy, this is physics. That was Albert Einstein. Each sound, every thought, and most importantly, every feeling and emotion has a unique vibrational frequency, and they all move and vibrate, travel in circular patterns. Thoughts and feelings have a very significant power of attraction. Knowing how to be aware of your feelings and focusing on how to raise your vibrational frequency to be aligned with your desires is the most substantial and crucial thing you can do for yourself in order to create the life that you want. The same law states that like frequencies attract like frequencies. Therefore, your focus on either positive or negative thoughts or feelings will attract more of the same kind. Each emotion is the same vibration, but with different frequencies at each spectrum. For example, powerlessness has a very low and dense frequency, while personal power is the same vibration, but with a frequency that is high, positive, exhilarating, and vibrating at the opposite spectrum. You have to match the frequency you want to attract into your life a similar thought, pattern, feeling, action coming from you in order to materialize your desires, which are also energy frequencies. Your only job is quite literally to keep yourself in positive vibrations, raising your vibrations consistently, because whatever you want is already created for you and it already exists somewhere in the universe. You truly just need to align yourself with that vibration so that you can allow it into your life. Finding out what it is that you want will give you feelings of enthusiasm and joy, and you'll receive energy to move in the direction of your dreams. These feelings are the ones that you need to take action on. When you act as if what you want is already in your possession, you align yourself with the vibrational frequency of that. And then you will attract circumstances, people, and creative ideas that are going to help you achieve whatever it is that your goal is. That's the essence of the law of vibration. 3, the third law, the law of action. This rule states that you must facilitate the other laws with inspirational action. We need to exercise action when we receive guidance from within ourselves. And you'll know if the guidance is coming from your mind or from your peaceful inner self by reading your feelings, becoming aware of how you feel about what you're doing or what you're not doing. If you're getting guidance and you're pushing against it and you're feeling negative feelings about that, that's telling you that you need to make a different choice. And if it's making you feel confused or procrastinating, something's not right. So you're better off, waiting, get a little clearer about your purpose, what you're supposed to do. Pay attention to yourself and your emotions. If something feels good, you should act on that. Don't take and do radical actions that will bring you down into low vibrations like fear, lack. You need to train yourself to look at the glass half full and start sending intentions into the universe that will bring about circumstances that can change your life situations. Make that change gradually instead of making drastic moves that can drag you into despair or low vibrations. Being in despair does not help you change your vibrations. This is where people fail. We might know what we want, but we fail to take action because we're either skeptical, feel unworthy, or not capable of achieving this dream. Or we're too depressed or exhausted from living in harsh conditions that we can't receive the proper guidance. The creative process always starts in your mind, everything in the universe. So if there isn't consistent action on your part, your goals will just become dreams and regrets for not living your life to the fullest. Even if your steps are off track here and there, with each action you become clearer on hearing and following your own intuition. Get energized and get closer to your desired outcome. Most importantly, you need to have faith and patience in pursuing whatever it is that you're going after. Trust your guidance and know that the power to create it is inside of you and that the universe supports you 100%. 4. The law of correspondence. As above, so below. Your inner reality creates your outer world. What you think, feel, and say to yourself and believe on the inside brings the circumstances, people, and life situations into your external reality every day. Most people don't think this way because we've all been trained to believe that everything is outside of us and we have no control over external circumstances. Your career, relationships, finances are all reflections of your inner beliefs and what you consider yourself to be worthy of having in your life. You can't blame anyone or anything for your life situation. Your beliefs and your ego will make up all sorts of stories to keep you from facing your true feelings and getting to the core of those unhelpful beliefs so you can know them and change them. The only thing you have to learn is to change your perception in life, change your focus. Because living in a conditioned society with beliefs and limitations trains us to forget who we truly are and how much power we possess. We ignore our emotions and desires and settle for less. We say to ourselves, that can't happen to me. That's gotta be too good to be true. I'm not lucky like that. In reality, you can do and have whatever you want, and the power to change is inside of you. It doesn't depend on anything or anyone else that's outside of yourself. Others have done it before you and me, and they didn't have anything more than we did. But they learned to do the necessary steps in order to achieve what they wanted. That the most important thing is that you focus on what you want to have in your life and not the shit around you. Turn your attention away from whatever manifestation has happened to get you to where you are today that's not aligned with where you want to be. Instead of thinking, this is too hard, it's not going to work, I'm not capable, and all that negative shit that was programmed by your ego, you need to start focusing on what you want. Start asking yourself, why not believe in good things coming to me, no matter what my physical reality is showing me? Why not focus on the non-physical creations and feel your way through to the right thing? Because everything is vibration, and you create through putting your focus on negative or positive expectations. You don't have anything to lose by starting to change your focus, but you have everything to gain. You can start feeling better right now. Your good feelings at this moment will speed up the proper things in the universe that you truly want to you. It'll bring them to you. You'll be able to follow the guidance that you need to take. And then the results will be able to follow by you taking action. The results you get will serve as the evidence to you to spur you on to go more and more. The central limiting beliefs that humanity suffers from are, I'm not lovable, I'm not worthy, and I have no power. They're all illusions about our fearful self. You are powerful beyond your present understanding. You're given opportunities to know your potential truthfully by becoming aware of your thoughts and removing those self-imposed barriers. And 5, the law of cause and effect, karma. With every thought, feeling, or action, you shape your reality accordingly. You are in charge of the process, and you attract exactly what you believe yourself worthy to be receiving. If you're in a bad financial situation, you attracted it with your beliefs about money. What you think and feel, and therefore vibrate out, is what you will get back. Even though we want to blame outside circumstances, that's not the truth. And that makes us powerless as well. So, no more blaming of external events and playing the victim mentality. Let's focus instead on taking responsibility for our lives, for the unwanted, unconscious creations that are playing in front of our eyes. Let's start shifting gears towards facing our feelings on the areas that make us unhappy, and focus on what we do want, and create the future that we intend to enjoy. The best way to get what you want is to focus on the feelings you receive. When you think of something that makes you happy, just spread those feelings around you and spread yourself with whatever fills that vibration. Whatever you want in your life, just send that out and give that to others. It's how you attract more of the same. If you want love and understanding, you have to give that to others unconditionally. And remember, the most cherished gifts are those coming from the heart. A smile, a hug, a flower, kind advice, and most importantly, the gift of love. Law 6, the law of compensation. This law is the reaction of the universe when we apply the previous law, the law of cause and effect. It brings us back what we're sending out through our vibrational frequencies. We receive blessings and abundance as rewards that can take any form, from money, gifts, friendships, love, creativity, to fear, lack, envy, jealousy, or victim mentality, depending on what we send out. Success means not only money or monetary rewards, but abundance in all forms, coming towards us as a response to our deeds. All things come to you, mirroring your inner world, showing you the thoughts you think, the feelings you have, and whatever form of energy you send out into the universe, so that you can become aware of it and change it if needed. You need to be grateful for your negative feelings, because they are the most amazingly accurate tool that shows you precisely what you vibrate. Once you understand their usefulness and approach them with compassion and love for yourself, instead of blame and guilt, they'll start softening up and will be released from your emotional body. All that energy will be freed up so you can use it to your advantage, instead of it being repressed and stagnant inside you, attracting circumstances in your external world that you don't want on a consistent basis. We are free to send out what we want in order to receive more of it. Law 7, the law of attraction. The most famous of the 12 universal laws, of course. The law states that all matter, our feelings, words, and actions, are energies that in turn attract same energies. Everything in the universe is energy, and energies attract similar energies. When you put a thought such as, "This person is mean," you will attract exactly that mean attitude from that person or somebody else. You might even attract some sort of event that will quite literally confirm this to you, that the universe is hostile and that you're a victim, because you believe that. Whatever belief you hold right now is what attracts your present life circumstances. When we choose to believe the world to be a friendly place, where everybody is eager to cooperate and interact with us to help accomplish our goals, we will attract positive and helpful people. that would like to work, play, and pretty much just be around us. If we're positive and an inspiration for those that come in contact with us, they will match our vibration as well. You can't change the world, but you can change your perception of it. If you can accomplish creating a new perception, everything will change. Because when you vibrate on a positive note, you can attract only positive things. Feel, talk, and act as you already have and live the life that you want. Being aware of the lack of something brings more lack of that thing. So you have to learn always to be grateful and look towards the direction of improved conditions. You have to at least have hope of something good coming to you because you understand these universal laws. You can understand now that your beliefs create your reality, and you choose to create according to your wishes, not against them. If you want abundance, focus and repeat to yourself a story of abundance. You can't be walking around thinking about how fucking shitty everything is and nothing comes your way, because it's going to continue to be that way. And Law 8, the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. All of us have within ourselves the ability to change our life conditions at any given moment. Energy is in constant motion, and all energy eventually manifests. This law also states that you have the power to change your life. Higher vibrational energies consume lower energies. So if you don't like the path that you're on, change it. Or more importantly, allow it to be changed rather than trying to force your will on anybody or circumstances. Rearrange the way you think and choose to empower yourself. Learn to go with the flow of the universe. When we resist change or try to assert a false sense of control over the external world, it always leads to struggle. We have to learn to embrace change, work with energies, and allow circumstances and opportunities to manifest according to divine providence. The ego's need for a false sense of control will always block the flow of positive energy. It's fear-based thinking and can undermine all of your progress in every other area of your life if you're not recognizing it. What you focus on, you bring in to your life. And until you've become the master of your mind, you're going to attract all sorts of experiences and people, negative and positive. Keep your focus on the positive people and the positive things. Be grateful and keep moving forward, disregarding all unwanted events and people that come into your contact, making the best out of every moment. You have to also know that if in one moment you think I'm successful, and then you have another moment not too long that says, no, it's not true, look how miserable I am, or something. These two thoughts will cancel each other out. You're sending positive energy and then canceling it with a negative vibe. So that's why you just need to consistently choose to see the positive all around you. Unfortunately, when you're being negative, you need to spend a lot more energy in order to switch it around. But thankfully, positive thoughts are much more powerful in this universe than negative thoughts. Positive thoughts, and especially feelings, have much more attraction power than low vibes. So quite literally, everything in the universe is working to your advantage. You just need to start noticing this reality that you didn't see all around you and disregard the collective hypnosis that humanity is under. More and more people are awakening every day and realizing the power that is within them, within all of us. 9. The law of relativity. This law teaches that every soul will face some challenges. It's what you do with those challenges that defines you and determines what you become. You can fall under the pressure, or you can rise above and allow your trials to have given you strength. Learn to use those challenges as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks or barricades. Each one of us receives our fair share of problems. And even though we label them as misfortunes, in reality, they represent a strengthening and training for our soul, for the light we carry within and need to remember. Looking at our life here on earth as the totality of our existence makes us fearful, limited, and weak. We're so scared of the world, of disease, of disaster, of death, that we lose awareness of the bright light that we carry right within us. We forgot our power and our connection to the higher consciousness that we are a part of, and that can totally support us if we work with it. Taking this hard work and struggle out of our life experience. Recognize the present situation for what it is. Don't look at it from your conditioned experience here on the planet right now. Have a bigger picture of the whole universe and your connection and purpose in this dance. Choose right now to understand that obstacles are opportunities for identifying what you don't want in your life. Send out desires for the opposite of that, desires which will bring expansion and growth. Usually your biggest fear or obstacle has entangled your greatest power to turn things entirely in the direction that you want. Trust your heart and your intuition when making decisions always, and you will be on the right track. Know that regardless of what your current life circumstances, now is the moment that you can change it, right now. Becoming aware of what you're attracting up until now lets you identify the underlying emotion or belief that's keeping you where you are and shift that. All is relative to the perception that you have regarding the situation that you're in. There are a million options that can happen to correct the situation that you're in. But from fear, probably can't even see them. Maybe see one or two, and they're going to be really bad ones. That's why you need to trust in the divine presence inside of you that can guide things and create synchronicities that can shift your situation completely. All you have to do is be at peace with what's flowing to you and know that it's being taken care of. You should only take actions that feel good for your heart. If you take action from fear or against change, you'll feel that struggle and you'll attract only things vibrating on that level. You have to always get clear and relax and listen to your inner being and be grateful for your uniqueness, for all those things that bring you joy. Focus on what you want in your life without feeling bad. Dream about how you would feel if you had the things that you wanted right now. Your ego is paralyzing your action for change. And then that makes you feel guilty and weak for not reaching any full potential or enjoyment. I can't stress enough how important this is to remove your limiting beliefs and all these egotistical behaviors that we've all learned throughout our lives as responses to negative experiences to protect our hearts. Forget the daily useless mental chatter that creates doubts and insecurities, and focus your intentions on what you want. This will change your life. It'll shift the story from one of weakness to one of an empowered and infinite creative being. Once you start believing it and taking action towards what your heart wants, your external world is going to shift. Number 10, the law of polarity, or the law of opposites. This universal law states that every single thing in the universe has its own opposite. And we can transcend negative thoughts by focusing on positive ones. And in this way, building a higher vibration. Everything has an opposite. Hot, cold, good, evil, feminine, masculine. Every moment has infinite ways of unfolding. So if it's bad right now, we can flip it to something great because you're now aware of what your vibration is on that subject. And now you can switch it and attract something that you want instead. Think of all the moments when a perceived negative event proves to be the best thing that happened to you. This happened to me. You think things like, why did this happen to me? What the hell? And then you find gratitude because of that event, I realized what I love in life, and I can pursue it, and I can change my world. It started my journey of self-discovery, to be honest. Sometimes from our limited perspective, we can't see what serves us. That's when the universe steps in and removes us from certain circumstances that we're not aligned with. And sometimes, if we want our life to change, we have to let go of what is unuseful so that we can make some space for what truly matters. We're usually resistant to let go of whatever doesn't serve us. We tend to be more persistent in holding on to and focusing all day long on what's going wrong. We focus on those negative emotions and we feed them to each other, even though all we keep asking is for something good to happen to us. Having peace of mind and empowerment starts with saying yes to change. You must accept the present moment. It's an opportunity for your greater success that is coming to you. Only through this present moment, the now, can you transcend a negative outcome by accepting it first. When you accept it, you'll become aware of it and experience it while comforting yourself so that it can transform into a higher one. Do not resist life. What you see in your physical reality reflects your inner world. If it showed up, it's because you attracted it with your thoughts, emotions, words, or deeds. Be grateful for what it's showing you, and then take action towards a different outcome. 11. The law of rhythm. All energy vibrates and moves according to its own rhythm. These rhythms establish cycles and patterns. Think of the seasons, all of which form a full year. Each season has its own purpose and function, but as a vital part of the full circle. Learn to harmonize with the higher vibrational energies that you seek to attract. Raise your vibration through the understanding and practice of the other universal laws, and align with those higher energies. Meditation is a means that lots of us use to connect our energy to the source. And as a result, we maintain higher frequencies and a sense of connection throughout the day. The universe is infinite, formless, and everything is a new cycle, not an end. All nature accepts these cyclical changes. We're the only ones scared and resistant to change. We're afraid of the unknown because we can't see the connection between everything and cling to what we have, even if it's not serving us at all. There's a time for transformation and a time for growth. Learn how to navigate your periods of change and transformation efficiently. Don't fight against them. And you'll be amazed at the potential that's hidden in these cycles of change. These are the periods that hold diamonds in terms of the shift in the quality of life it's bringing you. Trust what life brings you and accept it. It's here only to teach you a valuable lesson that you need to learn and to bring you into higher alignment with who you truly are, so that you won't repeat the same thing in the future and attract the same types of people, things. And the sooner you can transcend this transformational period and see the vast opportunity that's hidden behind the lesson. But you can't see it unless you make peace with where you are currently and move into a different consciousness. Then your external reality will shift and reflect the inside changes. And then solutions will start just showing up with ease. When something bad happens in our life, we tend to stay with that problem and think about the same negative thoughts. What happens in your outside circumstances is not important until you give your response to it. You can choose to continue on your path and trust that everything is going to be okay. Or you can resist and fight against them only to prolong the negative conditioning. Everything has a meaning and a purpose in your world. And when you understand and accept that, you'll realize that no coincidences are happening. Only synchronicities meant to bring you closer to your desires. and who you truly are. And the last one, 12, the law of gender. Everything has a feminine, yin, and a masculine, yang, energy. And the union of these two principles gives birth to everything in creation, including us. Moreover, all things need a period of gestation and growth before reaching maturity. Our task is to balance the masculine and feminine energies within us in order to achieve self-mastery and become a co-creator with the universe and the universal consciousness. Our thoughts are ruled by the same law and therefore need a period of incubation and growth before we see them taking form in our physical reality. This is crucial for achieving our goals, since most of the time we become impatient too soon and sabotage our results by abandoning our desires right before the opportunity to succeed would have arrived. All of our desires need our determination, our patience, and our trust to manifest them into our reality. Manifestation is just a vibrational alignment with a part of you that's already created inside, and then it becomes what you'd asked for the moment you asked for it. If you feel good and you believe something, it'll show up in your life. Well, these were the 12 universal laws. If you learn to use them and combine all of them, which I'm trying to master myself right now, you will change your life. I promise you. And I hope that even this video just brings some sort of positive shift in your consciousness, allowing you to see things from a higher perspective towards bringing in your best life. Get away from those low vibrations, the fear, the shame, the guilt. They quite literally just manifest more for you. You know, you'll start to get better. You might see things turn around a little bit, and then bam, a new person, a new circumstance to remind you where you are inside. Follow your heart always. Love you guys.